If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. The Dome, home to the Orange and Syracuse University. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Delaware Blue Hens, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. He'll bring it out. It's Allen. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. He leaves it with his back. Turning it on. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
Guys, let's take a second here and talk Delaware. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. And what's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling the pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Quickly out to the tight end. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Oh, he's got some space. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Guys, let's chat for just a moment about Delaware. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have. Sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
And this place was going crazy before the game, and the offense on the first drive kind of quieted them down a little bit, but the defense, great job. They get a goal-to-go situation. They get the stop, force the field goal, force the miss. The crowd's back in it, baby.
Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Pressure coming. Picked off. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Looking for a man. It's Hart. Quick strike complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
Finds the tight end.
Yeah, it's tough for the defense. The tight end's just so big and physical, and it's hard to drag him down. He only needed a few yards to get that first down. Defense will have to do a better job next time.
And the Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Allen. Can't get him to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Blue Hens are rolling down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th man.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Well, based on that, we can hope to see a little more offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter as we get ready to get things started. Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And they decided decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
With the catch, it's Williams. He works his way up to the 20-yard line and goes out of bounds there. The Orange could go for it all right here on 2nd and inches. They'll go to the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
That last completion still leaving them with a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker.
Oh, he just needed to stretch the ball out a few inches more, and he would have picked up the first down. It was a great individual effort there on 3rd down, getting back a bunch of yards, and now they're in a position to go for it here on 4th.
The Orange will have to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Hart. He's got it. All out of space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Delaware. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board. Down 7. There he goes. And the big game, and they've got it on the 46.
Man, on the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving away from pressure. Throws to the tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Hart. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Blue Hens will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The short hands, it's McFadden. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. On the run, fires downfield. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Scanning the field, it's Hart. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Blue Hens want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Turner. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
And the Blue Hens with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He makes a catch. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Scrambling away. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And it's no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Blue Hens will boot it away to start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And there you see the arm talent by the quarterback. Throwing a curl route into zone coverage, you've got to get the ball there quickly. And you saw the cannon that this QB has.
He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's McFadden. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Orange with a ton of options available on second and short. From the gun, running back gets the give. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
The lone back's got it. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Cuse. Looking for the tie with the extra point. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They haven't really been able to line up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Fires to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Caught in the backfield. It's Perry. Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49.
Well, we see another catch by this guy, and this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. And you saw it right there.
The give from the gun. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got a man. It's McFadden. Hauled down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there. On 1st and 10 from the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for the big play. Catch and stride inside the 15. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. Now on the option. Quick toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Orange! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
It's just so nice to have a signal gunner who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over Troy. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Steps away. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Under fire. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got him downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pulls it in, it's Williams. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Now, a 4th down.
Guys, we're at the end of the quarter, and Syracuse has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. And the Blue Hens really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To the air, it's Hart. Zings it complete to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the 1st down. Give him the football.
Turning it on! They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Fires to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. The 20. Touchdown, Syracuse. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
In this kind of game where it's only one possession, one play could make the difference. And that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off, pads the lead for his team. He's still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got...
Breaks the tackle. He smashes his way through again. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback.
Going to take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. He wants to throw it again. Quick completion on the out. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he gets enough to move the chains and then slides to a stop. The Blue Hens racing to the line in the hurry-up.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Back to pass, it's Hart. Throws to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the ground with the back. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. And the Blue Hens come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Caught near the sticks. It's Perry. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Going for 6. Touchdown, Delaware! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Old Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Sam Houston looks like it sent the JV squad out there today. An offense that can't move the sticks and a defense that looks disinterested. They're trailing by 31 to ULM. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
The Orange could go for it all right here on 2nd and inches. Direct snap. Running to Green. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, that's just tough, hard-nosed running. You need 1 yard to get. Let the running back figure it out.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Grove. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Inside the 45. Kearney on the Jets. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff to the lone back. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Hart. It's complete to the right. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Got his man on the right. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you